Hey YouTube, it's your gossip guru.
Oh, and Andrew. Hey, yo.
Here with another relationship advice segment. And tonight we have a little bit of a vague message, but a message nonetheless. Basically, a friend of mine is seeing this guy, and her suspicions are that he is in fact in love with her. But he is very quiet about his feelings, and she is just looking for him to be more open about how he's feeling and to ultimately say and admit that he loves her. So, basically, with this video, we're going to go about ways that girls can delicately approach getting true feelings from guys and how guys could open up a little bit more to the girl so the girl isn't left like to wonder. Bam.
What do you want me to... So, how are we going to approach this? Are you going to read or are we just going to give advice?
There we go, that's better.
Are we just going to go about it, just give the advice, or do you want to actually read the message?
I think we should just go with the advice because I basically summed it up right
Okay.
there.
Yeah, so I'll let you start off first.
Oh. I was gonna let you take it from there.
Oh, well, okay, so what, the way guys can open up a bit more, or should I say what girls should say?
I think both the guys need to learn.
See, you guys have to understand is I'm coming into this. I don't know anything about the email beforehand, so I'm doing it right off the top of my head.
Well, I showed it to you,
Well,
but
yeah, but I mean, I got like 2 seconds to think, and then
well, you can look at it if
I had
you
to make
want,
my
and I
milk,
can proceed.
strawberry milk. But go ahead. What am I going to be saying?
No, just in general, we're discussing how
Yes, yes, yes.
guys need to be more open
Okay.
and how girls can carefully get the openness out of the guys, from the guys. Just our opinions
Well,
of
how
how to
long
go
has
about
she been
this.
dating this individual? First.
This, I do not know.
Okay.
I
Can
just,
we
my
assume is
impression,
it more than 6 months or less than 6 months?
probably at least 6 months.
Okay.
The way it was written, it's serious,
See,
semi serious.
the thing is this. Um, Many different things are going to happen, and many things could be happening. Now, not necessarily with this particular relationship, but just in general, when it comes down to girls wanting their guys to profess their love in this magnificent way that would make Cinderella jealous. Um, and you probably won't like some of the answers I give, but uh, first and foremost is I think guys approach this a little bit differently than girls do. I think it comes down to guys are more nervous about this than girls would, not professing their love, but maybe being able to open up at the fact that they make it as kind of like a chill, cool thing, be like, hey, yeah, I love you, kind of like that. And I think guys will go into that defensive position because of it. Maybe some guys are just that chill. Do you remember the first time I said I love you to you?
Yes,
Okay. Do you want to tell the story?
I don't know.
Well, here's the thing. The first time I said I love you to her, my beautiful fiance, we were watching Laguna Beach, correct?
Correct.
Season 3, correct? Because Raquel, I can't believe I remember this stuff, but I remember stuff. Raquel was saying I love you to a guy. I don't remember the guy's name.
Alex.
Okay, apparently she remembers. Ask me anything about Batman comics, I can remember it. Laguna Beach, I barely remember what LC stands for. Anyways, so what happened was is she kind of hinted towards, they said I love you, and she kind of hinted towards how she felt, but she wanted me to say it first, which I thought was interesting. If you had it on your mind and in your heart, you should have said it. But anyway, she kind of hinted towards me saying it first, so I said it. I said truly what I felt and how I felt about her. It wasn't like I'm in love with you or I, I love you. It was, I'm in love with you. And straight out of the gate. But I'm a little bit more open of an individual. I think with some guys, yes, I am. I say my mind. How am I not an open individual? No. See, the thing is she will say
I'm more vocal about my feelings than he is, I
she
think.
she's mad because when I get sad or pissed off, I don't say anything. The way I deal with being pissed off is I just stay quiet. Like a week ago, you remember the Thursday week 2 weeks ago, I was job searching and I had a job interview and the job interview went great and they were about to hire me, but something happened and then they didn't hire me and I was livid. I was just upset, pissed, and all I said to her is, "Listen, I'm not upset at you. I just don't want to deal with anything right now. I just want to kind of brood. I need to get everything out of my system and detox." She thinks of it as me not wanting to open up to her. It's not that. It's just that's how I cope with things. So it's not that I'm not open. It's just when I am pissed off, I deal with things a little differently. But back to what I was saying because we're getting off point a little. The fact is that some guys aren't quite as open. They're a little bit shy about it. And the thing is not to force them. You will get your Prince Charming to say that he loves you till the ends of the earth, till the end of time, and that he would go and fight wars to profess his love to you. But you have to let it happen. You can't. He might be nervous at first. Guys are just nervous when it comes down to emotional stuff. How the girl is going to react, how they're going to be viewed by the girl, or how they're going to be viewed by someone else. Maybe, I don't know, maybe they're trying to keep some cool persona. I don't know what the case could be. It could be anything for anyone. But I think when it comes to certain guys, you just got to let them be the closed individual that they are until a certain time. They're going to open up on their own. If they don't open up on their own, if it's like 6 months, not 6 months, if it's like a year into the relationship and they're not getting really open with you, then that's when you have to draw them out. But even I think 6 months, you still gotta let them kind of come out because I don't know. That's just how guys are sometimes. Your turn.
Okay, back to when we said I love you. This will just be brief, but I didn't say it to him right away because I honestly wasn't sure if that's how he was feeling at the time.
You were testing
So
the water.
I waited for, like he said, for him to say it, and then I said it. But that's how I was feeling.
Yeah, but you use
It's
you use Laguna Beach to make to have me say it. I forget exactly what you said, but you said you were like something to the effect. It's like, oh, isn't it so sweet that he said I loved you to her.
I was very much into Laguna Beach, and that just came about then. It just seemed like the right time then.
It
But
was a
yes,
beautiful moment.
anyways, we said I love you fairly early on, but
4 months.
I was I definitely said like a month.
Really? It
But
was not a month. It must. Okay, I meet you halfway. It was 2 months.
it was early on in any case. And I
Well,
don't know. No,
okay,
I'm
go
not
ahead.
saying it was too early. I'm saying it varies depending on the relationship and the comfort level. I don't know how long this particular friend of mine has been with her significant other, but it could be early on, it could be deep into the relationship. The point is, it has to be when the comfort is there for both people.
See, the thing is this, and I kind of pointed this out before, but girls and guys are completely different people. We're wired differently, nature by nature. It's just who we are, and you sometimes it's kind of like poker. You know how when you play poker is that you don't play your hand, the cards you have, but you play the person across the table from you. When you're in a relationship, you can't be playing it thinking like you. You have to play it thinking like the other person. Often I will go and make decisions, or I will go and say something, or I will go do something. I have to think, well, geez, how is this going to affect Christine? It may not bother me. I may not give two shits, but she might care. So how is it going to affect her? Um, it's even like I don't know. It's just you got to think about the other person too. So when it comes down to girls, you have to think about how the guy thinks, and you just have to you don't force anything out of them because the last thing you want is a guy to say I love you and him not really love you, and there be some kind of I don't know if resentment would be the right word, but there would be maybe some a bad taste in the relationship that things were brought out unnaturally. Let them come out when they feel comfortable. They will. Guys always do, unless they're some kind of like assholes. But guys always come out. If they love you, they will. That's the thing. That's the key thing. If a guy loves you, they will say how they feel.
Yeah, you don't want to force it out of them because then they'll just say it under pressure. They won't say it based on where they currently stand. Even if you have said I love you and are in fact in love with them, it's something that needs to be said given time. Because once you are in a serious relationship, you learn that those 3 words aren't just 3 words. There's a lot of meaning behind them. And it's not something you should just toss around to anybody.
Mm. Yeah, true. I'm sorry, I was just thinking because I remember once, I know how I always say I love you after I call you?
Hmm.
Well, one time I called Jay afterwards and I was talking to him, and afterwards I go, I love you, dude. And I hung up. I'm like, shit, that was English. So, anyways, I guess that's the advice that we have. Girls, just let them come out when they feel like coming out. When they feel like saying I love you, not that come out. But when they feel like saying I love you, yeah, they're gonna come out of the closet. No, if they feel like saying I love
Tom
you,
Cruise.
they feel like I say they will feel like that. They will say I love you. Guys, you also have to play from the perspective of a girl. If you truly feel a certain way towards a girl, don't play around with it. Because these people, they take shit seriously. You can't just be like, I love you. No. You're going to throw out that word. You can't throw it out casually. They play for keeps. They will they will remember shit and they will get upset about it. And to be honest, they have a right to. Don't be cool, don't be chill. Just be yourself and say how you feel. Okay? Plain, flat, and simple. And if you don't feel that way, let the person know. Guessing games suck. Don't let the person think, oh, does he love me? Does he not love me? I bet he loves me. He's still with me. And you really don't. That's let them know. Okay? So,
Yeah, don't lead anybody on. And if one person has said I love you, don't suffocate the person that hasn't said I love you with the I love yous, because that will ultimately drive them away regardless of what they're feeling. People need their personal space as much as they need the comfort of their other half.
mm. So I guess that deals with the subject, does it not?
I think it does. I
Okay.
think that touches upon it.
So we shall end this video here. This is Andrew
And Gossip Guru.
saying peace out for now.